already kind of talked about what symmetry means. Okay, our axis of symmetry means each half the figure matches exactly. Okay, now the fact that the parabola is symmetric around the axis of symmetry is helpful. Okay, because it's easy to find this axis of symmetry. We can use our formula x equals negative b over 2a that we put a star by earlier. And if I know the axis of symmetry, then I know what the vertex is. I know the x value of the vertex because the axis of symmetry always goes through the vertex. Okay? And once we locate the vertex, we can go from there. And the vertex is always either going to be your maximum or your minimum. If your parabola is opening upwards, your vertex will be your minimum. And if your graph is opening downwards, your vertex will be your maximum. So just looking at this graph, we're going to identify the vertex, the equation for the axis of symmetry, and the y-intercept. Vertex is the lowest point, so right there is my vertex, and if I look at my graph, that is negative 1, 0. Axis of symmetry, that's going to be the line that goes through the vertex, and as long as you know the x value of your vertex, you know your axis of symmetry. X equals negative 1. Remember, x equals a number is a vertical line. Then the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. I can see right there is where this graph crosses the y-axis, and that is at 0, 1. So this is just identifying a few things off the graph. Looking at another graph, find the vertex. Well, the vertex is going to be the highest point, since this one's opening downwards. So I can see it's over 2, up 3, so my vertex is 2, 3. The axis of symmetry, I don't even need to look at my graph because I already know it's going to be x equals whatever my x value of my vertex is, and that would be this line right here, x equals 2. And then to find the y-intercept, where does it cross the y-axis? I can see right there it crosses the y-axis, which would be at 0, negative 1. So the only thing really here is understanding that the vertex, the x value of the vertex, is always going to be where you get your axis of symmetry. Just like in this one. Where you get the x value of the vertex is where you get the axis of symmetry. Hopefully finding the y-intercept is a review because we all know how to find where something crosses the y-axis.